Welcome to Riddle in History. Today we delve into the life of Charles Coughlin, a figure whose extreme views once shook America. From his early years to his controversial downfall, we'll uncover the facts behind his influence and impact. Join us as we unravel this complex and compelling story. Chapter 1: The Early Life of Charles Coughlin. Let's start at the beginning. Charles Coughlin, born in 1891 in Ontario, Canada, embarked on a path that would significantly impact American history. Ordained as a Roman Catholic priest in 1916, Coughlin initially captivated audiences with his passionate sermons. His eloquence wasn't confined to the church walls. It extended to the airwaves, making him a prominent radio personality. His messages, initially centered around faith and spiritual guidance, resonated deeply with listeners during the challenging times of the early 20th century. This period of Coughlin's life sets the stage for his eventual rise to national prominence, illustrating how a charismatic figure can quickly gain influence. As we explore his journey, it's crucial to understand these humble beginnings and how they shaped the man he would become. Chapter 2: The Shift in Coughlin's Rhetoric. As the 1930s unfolded, a noticeable shift occurred in Charles Coughlin's speeches. Once known for his inspiring religious messages, Coughlin began intertwining his sermons with political commentary. This change coincided with the Great Depression, a time of economic hardship and social unrest in America. Coughlin's words, which once offered comfort and spiritual guidance, started to echo the tumultuous world events, particularly the rise of fascism in Europe. His broadcasts, reaching millions, began to reflect his increasingly extreme views. This shift marked a critical turning point in Coughlin's career, as he moved from being a religious figure to a political influencer. This transition wasn't just a transformation for Coughlin, but also for his audience, who were now being exposed to a blend of religious and radical political ideas. Chapter 3: The Rise of Extremist Ideologies. In this pivotal phase of Charles Coughlin's journey, his alignment with extremist ideologies became increasingly evident. His broadcasts, once a source of spiritual guidance, started advocating views that mirrored the dangerous tenets rising in Nazi Germany. Coughlin's messages began to include anti-Semitic tropes and unfounded conspiracy theories, aligning closely with fascist propaganda. This alarming shift in content not only contradicted the core values of his religious background, but also posed a direct challenge to the principles of American democracy. Coughlin's growing sympathy for authoritarian regimes abroad marked a stark departure from his earlier persona as a clergyman. This period in his life is crucial for understanding how Coughlin transformed from a popular priest into a controversial political figure, wielding significant influence over the public opinion of the era. Chapter 4: Confrontation and Opposition. As Charles Coughlin's rhetoric grew more radical, it inevitably led to confrontation and opposition. His once widespread appeal began to fracture under the weight of his extremist views. Coughlin's outspoken criticisms of the U.S. government and its democratic principles did not go unnoticed. Concerns arose from various sectors of society, including other religious leaders, political figures, and the general public. These groups recognized the potential threat Coughlin's ideas posed to the fabric of American democracy. His speeches, which had veered significantly from religious preaching to political activism, now faced increasing scrutiny and backlash. This chapter in Coughlin's story highlights the growing divide between his radical agenda and the mainstream values of American society. It also underscores the critical role of public and institutional response in countering extremist ideologies. Chapter 5: The Decline of Influence. As the 1940s approached, the tide began to turn for Charles Coughlin. His previously unassailable position started to wane due to the mounting criticism and the changing political climate. The Catholic Church, increasingly uncomfortable with Coughlin's political activism and controversial views, intervened. They directed him to cease his political broadcasts and return to his primary duties as a priest. This directive was a significant blow to Coughlin's influence. Concurrently, his radio show faced cancellation, further diminishing his public presence. These actions, combined with the evolving public sentiment during World War II, marked the decline of Coughlin's once powerful voice. This period in Coughlin's life serves as a testament to the impermanence of influence and the potential consequences of extremist rhetoric. It also illustrates how institutions and societal values can play a crucial role in curbing divisive ideologies. Chapter 6: the impact on society and media. In this segment, we examine the broader impact of Charles Coughlin's actions on society and the media landscape. Coughlin's story is not just a personal narrative, it's a reflection of a turbulent period in American history. His rise and fall coincided with significant social and political changes, illustrating the complex relationship between media, politics, and public opinion. Coughlin's use of radio as a tool for spreading his ideology highlighted the medium's power and its potential consequences. His influence raises important questions about the responsibilities of media figures and the effects of their words on their audience. Furthermore, Coughlin's story is a reminder of the societal vigilance required to maintain democratic values and the need for critical media consumption. His legacy, therefore, extends beyond his personal history, offering lessons on the impact of media in shaping and reflecting societal norms and tensions. Chapter 7. Concluding Thoughts and Historical Significance. As we conclude our exploration of Charles Coughlin's life and influence, it's essential to understand the historical significance of his story. Coughlin's trajectory from a popular religious leader to a divisive political figure is a compelling example of how powerful communication platforms can be used to propagate extremist views. His story serves as a historical lesson on the dangers of unchecked rhetoric and the importance of critical thinking in the face of persuasive media. It also highlights the role of institutional intervention and public opposition in upholding democratic values against threats of authoritarianism and extremism. Looking back, Coughlin's legacy is a complex one, intertwined with the broader narrative of American history in the early 20th century. His impact on media, politics, and society continues to be a subject of study and reflection, offering valuable insights into the enduring challenges of maintaining a healthy democratic discourse. Chapter 8. Lessons for the Future. In summarizing the story of Charles Coughlin, we draw lessons for the future. His life reminds us of the fine line between influence and manipulation, and the responsibility that comes with public platforms. Coughlin's journey underscores the need for vigilance in safeguarding democratic values against extremist ideologies. It highlights the importance of media literacy and critical evaluation of information sources. As we look ahead, Coughlin's legacy serves as a cautionary example, encouraging us to strive for a society where dialogue is based on facts and respect, ensuring that history's mistakes are not repeated. Thank you for joining us in exploring the complex story of Charles Coughlin. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights. Stay curious and keep questioning as we continue to delve into the fascinating chapters of history together.